I'm just going to do a quick introduction because for those of you who don't know these lovely ladies on the screen here, these are all of what I call my Brookfield peeps. We have Suzanne Esselmont, if you want to give it a little wave. She's at the Regatta project. And Liz Mansfield, who is down in the Riverstone retreat. And Stacey, who is at the Ivy with Brookfield. And so what we thought we would do, and what Jamie and I are doing in the last probably couple of weeks, is to touch base with local businesses to see, one, how they've been impacted by COVID and how they've morphed their business and what we as realtors and of course your community can do to help. So if it's okay with you, I maybe just start going around in the circle. Suzanne's below me right now, so I'm going to go with you next. Talk a little bit about Brookfield, how you've been impacted by COVID and what kind of changes you've made to accommodate sales and customers and all that good stuff.
Well, Brookfield sales centers are currently closed, or I should say open by appointment only. So there's a number of ways that Brookfield's adapted to this situation, and even ahead of this situation, that will help people be able to either set up an intimate one-to-one with safety in mind and social distancing, or people are actually able, through a bunch of different means, to tour our show homes, either virtually through a new pilot program we have called My Time Homes, MLS listings and lock boxes. So we've been working really hard to make sure that people still have the access to view our beautiful homes.
Awesome. And I know actually, Stacey, you were talking a little bit about My Time. You guys, did you pilot it or did I misunderstand?
As far as I know, we're the only builder in Calgary currently that are offering My Time tours, or sort of unguided tours, where people can actually get a code or an access code to the front door, and then take a tour virtually on their own, right? And it's kind of like a tour on demand, so they don't have to do it during specific hours or show home hours. They can come anytime in their own time.
So then do you guys just sort of leave the lights on all the time? And when somebody calls, they get a code, or what, like, what's the process?
Yeah, so we have LED bulbs in our home, so it's efficient. We don't have to worry about that. But so they do get a code ahead of time. They will go on our website to book the My Time tour. Typically it's a really easy process. They'll just call in or email with our one of our girls online, and they'll give them an access code that lets them get in through the front door. And we've got all of our sort of floor plans and everything in the homes for people to access. And then we're available for any sort of questions or anything if they need help afterwards.
So if somebody goes in, they do their My Time, they say, oh my gosh, I really like this house, but what else is out there? That's when they would call you guys to connect to the next steps, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yep.
And how has that been? Liz, maybe you could speak next. Are you finding that as a good project?
I think it's great, right? It gives people the flexibility, especially in this case now, right? Where they can kind of go on their own terms. If people are worried about safety, health concerns, these houses are fully cleaned, and because it is more of a controlled environment on their own, they don't feel like they're taking any chances by doing so. We've had great success with it so far, and I think great feedback from realtors as well as our clients and stuff viewing them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So have you guys marketed that? I know that I've heard about My Time through the sales center, but is it being marketed so people can find out, or?
Yeah, so currently it's on our website as to which addresses in which communities have this My Time. We're adding more and more as we go along.
Right.
We're advertising social media right now, and I think they're going to do a big media release pretty soon. And I don't remember the dates. If the other ladies remember those dates.
Do you guys remember? Anybody?
Not off the top of my head, but I think that we're right now operating about 10 My Time homes throughout sort of across Calgary. So in most of our communities, people can have the opportunity to tour at least one of our show homes or one of our model homes.
Awesome. And then out of curiosity, since all of you are working from home then, how are you finding the market right now? Are you busy? Are you seeing traffic? Are you making sales?
I would say for us, we're not busy, but we've been steady with appointments. Realtor traffic seems to be picking up quite a bit lately with My Time as well as our listings. So we're seeing a lot of realtor friends coming by and doing that. And we're getting the odd appointment coming by for people just starting to look, people downsizing, and just setting up appointments that way in different virtually as well as in person.
Awesome. And you too, Stacey, are you finding the same?
Yeah, I agree completely. We are seeing, I think the first week that we were all sort of asked to stay at home, people weren't making appointments kind of regularly. But I've noticed since the weather's gotten nicer and it's sort of turned into spring, people are coming out again. You know, we are, like I said, seeing people only by appointments, so they do have to reach out to book that. But they are coming out again, so we're feeling excited about hopefully things turning around a little bit here.
Well, that's awesome. I know, I think it was you, Suzanne, last week who was talking about how you've been relatively busy through this. And I think you had said that one of the realtors was talking about the fact that they like the idea of a vacant home, something that nobody's lived in because there's no germs. Are you guys all seeing that kind of response? And is that part of the reason why I think you're seeing more traffic now? Or what would you say it is?
I think when we're working, like a lot of our success right now is coming from our realtor partners, for sure. And I think, you know, Brookfield's a big builder. We've got a great reputation. There is security in knowing that our homes are sanitized and cleaned regularly, that we're doing by appointment only, and that we do have access, like I said, either through my time virtual tours, or we have lock boxes on a number of our homes, like our show homes and model homes. So it allows them, you know, the time and the peace of mind to view the homes. So we're seeing success out of that.
And now this might be a touchy subject, so feel free to tell me to go fly a kite, but have you guys had to make any price adjustments since COVID, or where are you at with pricing right now?
Well, we haven't adjusted any of our prices downward. I think we're confident in the value of what we build. I had a conversation with prospect and a realtor the other day who were actually comparing us to one of our competitors here in the Southeast who had drastically dropped prices. And, you know, if I were a buyer, the back of my mind, I would be worried about that, you know?
Is that builder in trouble? Are they?
Well, exactly.
I think the house. Am I going to
company? Yeah, and we're very confident in what we build. We don't want to undervalue what we're building. We have homeowners who've purchased recently, so we don't want to undervalue their homes. It's just, yeah, confident in what we build.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to ask each of you a favor because I don't want to keep you forever. But if you could each go around, maybe talk about why you love your project, why somebody else, or why people are buying in your area, and why Brookfield. That might be a nice little wrap up to all of this, if you don't mind. And I can start with whoever wants to speak first. Do you want to go, Liz?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm at the retreat down in Riverstone. Riverstone is the estate community of Cranston. They are part of the same, but separate in a sense. And if you've ever been down there, it's absolutely beautiful. We're notorious for Riverstone would be for Fish Creek Park, connected to the pathway systems there along the river, and then just all the pathway systems in the community itself. At our site specifically, I would say we continue that into our site. It's a very tight-knit community, surrounded by gardens and green spaces and parks, and we're also right beside Fish Creek Park. So some of our models are actually facing right onto it off their balcony. So that's really the big highlight with it and why people come down and take a look at our homes there.
Awesome. How about you, Stacey? Do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah, thank you. So our homes are located in the University District, so super central location. I would say dangerously close to Market Mall. Really close to the University of Calgary as well. Lots of parks, pathways, green spaces that are already established in this community as well. Our homes are townhomes with private attached garages. Right now, we're the only builder in University District that actually offers private attached garages. So that's a huge sort of perk to owning a townhome here in the University District. And I would say just the walkability of the community. If you're somebody who loves to get out and, you know, walk to Save on Foods, walk to Analog Coffee, you know, walk to OEB for breakfast, you've got all that right here.
Well, one of the things I think you told me too is not only are you offering a garage, but it's a double garage, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I think when I saw your plans, to be totally honest, I was totally blown away how big they felt.
Mhm.
Like, they are huge. It's not
Yeah.
just your tiny condo. This is, if somebody's downsizing, well, is it really a downsize considering where they'd be coming from? So I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, typically we are seeing a downsizer or professional demographic here,
Mhm.
and that the home width and size is really important to that buyer. So yeah, it's been really great.
I haven't tried to walk to the LRT, but I suspect it's not that far, is it? You could
No,
probably.
it's about 10 minutes is all to the Brentwood LRT.
Awesome. All right, Miss Suzanne, you're up.
Well, I'm not only lucky enough to sell in Auburn Bay, but I have lived here myself for 6 years, and I can't say enough good things about this amazing community. So it's really near and dear to my heart. Auburn Bay, for those who don't know, is a lake community. We have a 43-acre year-round four-season lake. The community itself, we have 2 schools that are open, and our 3rd school is opening this September. So really great for families. There's 17 tot lots, parks, interconnected pathways. Everywhere you look, there's an opportunity to be outside, be with your neighbor when it's safe to do so. This community as well, the people here are fantastic. Jamie lives here as well, so she can attest to this. But we have like a couple of local heroes in our neighborhood. So right now during COVID, we have the Hungry Viking. If you haven't seen him on Instagram, he's phenomenal. He's taken on, grocery shopping, getting things for people who are compromised, just, trying to keep people at home, and he's doing amazing things. We're really amenity rich over here. So you get the benefit of a brand new home with all the warranties in an established neighborhood because we've been here for 15 years. So right across the street from this project, Regatta, we have Auburn Station. So there's Co-op, A&W, hair, nails, barber, all that kind of great stuff. Just across 52nd, within walking distance, you have Mahogany Village and the banks and the grocery stores and the restaurants over there. About 2 minutes.
Have you tried Pie Junkie yet?
Yes, so good.
That's ridiculous.
Stout pie is my favorite. About 2 minutes south of us here, we have Seton. So that houses the largest YMCA in the world, Calgary's first VIP theater, a hotel, and again, there's going to be over 1 million square feet of retail space there. So that's a real benefit. Here at Regatta, we have apartments and townhomes. So we range in square footage right now from we don't have any more 550. So 660 square feet up to just over 1,400 square feet. We're pet friendly. We are going to have a beautiful outdoor bocce court here. What else can I say? Brookfield's been building in Calgary for over 60 years. We've got a fabulous 2-year comprehensive warranty. We just actually got an email, I don't know, about 5 minutes before this meeting started from our sales manager, and Brookfield Calgary multifamily won a big Avid Awards for. Yeah, so I mean, again, I could ramble on and on and on and on, because I really have a passion not only for home sales but for this community and the builder that we're a part of.
You mentioned price points, like where you start, where you range to.
Yeah, so we range for size-wise on our townhomes to 700 square feet to over 1,400 square feet. And our prices start in the 240s, and that's including GST.
And you, Stacey?
So our homes range in size from about 1,185 square feet going up to just under 1,800 square feet. Our pricing starts in the upper 400s and goes to the upper 700s, just depending on whether you're located, facing the community garden, or if you're located, facing a street side.
And do you guys all accept pets? I believe I already know the answer, but for those people who are watching, are there certain criteria that has to fill in? Like what does that look like?
So I was going to say for myself and Suzanne at both our sites, the only restrictions are the number. So 2 would be the maximum amount of dogs, cats. So 2 dogs, 1 cat.
I'm just going to add to that. That's true for my towns.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Apartments are a little bit different. We're pet friendly. You can have 1 pet per home. On the second, third, and fourth floor, we're 4 stories high. So second, third, and fourth floor, there is a weight restriction of 25 pounds, so small pet.
Okay.
First floor, in our apartment building, we don't have a weight restriction, and we actually do have a few apartments that have walkout capability from their balconies for people with pets. So that's pretty neat.
Okay, awesome. Price point, did you already talk to that?
No, I didn't. So my apartments, as I mentioned, are ranging in square footage from 660 right now for a 1-bed plus den. So you're looking at about 220, including GST all in up on the 4th floor. I have one of those left, up to the 290s plus GST for apartments. Townhomes, we have 3 different models here. So because we sell apartments, we only sell the 2-story models here at Regatta, all with double attached garages. So either 1,200 square feet or 1,400 square feet. We're starting our pricing kind of around the low 300s right now.
Awesome. And one of the things I know that Brookfield has that a lot of other builders don't have, for those people who are watching, generally speaking, your warranties are including a 2-year comprehensive warranty, right? So most builders are doing 1. Then you've got your 5-year building envelope, 10-year structural. One of the things that I remember, because I used to work at Brookfield, was just how far they would go. And that there was, when I was there, I think 10 years prior to my arrival, there'd been a couple of issues with homes in Riverbend. If you guys knew, Brookfield actually sold in Riverbend, and Brookfield went back and changed 20 patio doors for people who'd lived in their house for more than 10 years. So that was part of the reason that I loved working at Brookfield, is that they always would go above and beyond. Is there any special thing or memory or whatever that you would share with clients about why you think people should buy Brookfield right now?
Building envelope, actually, I don't know, I'm not sure about your sites, ladies, but our building envelope here at Regatta, Brookfield is actually paid to extend it from 5 to 7 years. So that's another advantage we have over the competition.
And why did they decide to do that? Just because they wanted to go the extra mile?
Well, it's an option when you are building with a builder who's a part of the Alberta New Home Warranty Program. The standard is the 5-year, and there's a buy-in option to extend it to 7 years. So Brookfield just took it upon themselves to extend it.
That's really cool, because actually this morning I was talking to a lady who bought a condo, can't say where, it was not a Brookfield. She has only owned it for 5 years, and the building envelope the warranty's over, and she just got a special assessment of $25,000. So I know, she cried. It was terrible. But anyway, that is really good to know.
Speaking with multifamily, a lot of the problems can happen with the building envelope. So it's peace of mind.
That's really good to know. I appreciate it. Anything else that you guys feel like you want to talk about? I'm going to put a link, or I should say Jamie and I are going to put links below to some of your virtual tours. I think each of you have sent us 1 or 2. So we'll try and put a link in the piece below our piece here. But if there's any other information, we'll also put your how to get a hold of the ladies on that as well. Is there anything else that I'm missing you'd like to talk about before we say goodbye?
Well, we could talk a little bit about the ladies in the big pink chair for a sec. The amazing things you're doing.
What do you want to know?
Let's talk about how amazing you guys are.
Yeah.
That's fun. Okay. Sure.
Just keep going, keep going.
So talking about Auburn Bay heroes, because I mentioned our Hungry Viking, the ladies at the big pink chair, for those who don't know, are local community heroes as well. So they have been working tirelessly over this quarantine and COVID-19 to spread joy, not germs.
Mm-hmm. We have our own hashtag, just so you know.
A few of the things they've done, which has helped so many of us stay-at-home moms with kids, they were reading stories.
Yeah.
Out loud to kids, so it could give you that 5-minute break you needed to make your calls or do any of that. They were doing little giveaways on Valentine's Day. That was before this, but they were also doing sock puppets. So, I mean, you guys work really hard for our clients, and I want people to know what a big part of our success you are as well.
Oh, thank you. That was surprising and lovely.
That's
We're, it's really interesting through this whole thing. Obviously, real estate has slowed down for all of us, and I think each one of us is trying to either stay relevant or offer something to the community or offer something to our people that is different. And I think both Jamie and I are fairly philanthropic in that we like to give back to the people we're working with. So thank you for that. We have some new ideas coming up that may require some of your help. So we'll stay tuned anyway.
We always look forward to your ideas.
Yes.
Some of them are a little
We never stop turning in
No, right?
Yeah.
So I think another helpful thing that we could do is perhaps in the links below. Recently, a lot of us have started our own Instagram pages for our site. So lots of fun pictures, interesting things, information on, you know, the different programs we're doing. So My Time, Onest, pictures of happy homeowners, testimonials. So that might be fun to share. And the more followers we get,
Very awesome.
yeah.
We're happy to do that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, well, thank you, ladies. I very much appreciate your time. Again, we'll put all those links below. And for anybody who has any questions about the Regatta projects, of course, you can feel free to reach out to the ladies or to Jamie and myself. We are happy to help and answer any questions that you might have.